Alright guys and gals, today's Thursday, September 2nd, 2021. Again, I don't do the news, however, I thought this important enough to share. So 2 days in a row, news from me. Surprise. Here we are. Anyways, what I've got for you is a story out of rural central Ontario, Canada. So Wednesday, I got a call from one of my subscriber who lives in rural central Ontario that shared something pretty disturbing with me, and they were pretty concerned. I could tell by the tone in their voice that this had them a little shaken and unsettled. So I'll give you the lowdown on what took place. Okay, so this subscriber of mine, they have a smaller homestead with a small barn in the back and like 8 chickens. So, you know, a smaller homestead, they're doing their thing, they're happy there, and all good. So what they shared with me is the other day a car rolled up onto their homestead, white sedan, you know, maybe it was a Malibu or something, and it had black lettering on the side of it, said Ontario. Sounds to me like a provincial vehicle, so fine, whichever. So 2 guys hop out of the vehicle and start asking them questions about the jab. Have you had, you know, your double Big Mac yet? Things of this nature. And the guys were in masks and keeping their distance, you know, following their protocols, what our government has outlined for us. So they were following these. They had proper ID, but you know, my friend asked, you know, who are you and where are you from? Well, we're from the Government of Canada, such and such a health and safety department. Have you had your double Big Mac, you know? So they thought that was a little bit odd that someone would just roll up and start asking questions about that randomly, no appointment, nothing like that. Just rolled up onto their homestead, started asking questions. But further to that, they continued asking questions about other subjects. They asked about who else lived in the home, you know, how many people there were living under that roof. And I mean, we just had a census done this spring, so like, to me that'd be a matter of public information, wouldn't it? So why they're going out and getting people to do their work for them if they can just go into the data banks and do the research themselves? Or maybe make a phone call and say, hey, have you had your double jab yet? Or whatever questions they might want to ask. And of course, people have the option to answer or not answer. But they took it a little bit further than that. So they're asking questions about the jab, asking questions about how many people live in the residence. They saw a small barn out back, and there was some chickens running around. You know, this small homestead has 8 chickens, so it's not a going concern. You know, to the homesteader, of course, you know, that's their life, right? So to them, it's a going concern. But as far as, you know, homesteads and farms and things like that, 8 chickens is not anything to be terribly concerned about, right? 8 chickens is small potatoes on the scale of things. But they started asking questions about the livestock. Oh, how much livestock do you have on your property? Are they all registered? Questions of this nature. You see where it's going? Okay, so this now, to my friends, this is very off-putting, okay? They didn't know what to make of it, and they were completely caught off guard, which is to be expected. But what they reported to me further was that this didn't take place just at their homestead in that rural area. You know, these people have friends up and down the road, neighbors, far off distance, because it's rural. But these guys stopped at neighboring properties as well as their brother's farm up the road, a good piece up the road, in the same rural area, an operating farm. I don't know if it's agricultural or livestock agriculture combined, but went to these other places in the surrounding area and started asking the same types of questions. Now, some of the properties, obviously, they basically got told to state your business, and then got told to pound salt, and got shown the driveway after they were ID'd. Now, some people did get their badge numbers, so to me it sounds fairly legit, but what the heck is the government doing sending people around door to door to ask and inquire about jab status? And not to mention, if that's their purpose and what they're doing, okay, but why are they asking about how many people live in the domicile? How many animals do you have? Are they all registered? All those things combined, to me, smells kind of fishy. If you're going around to ask about jabs, okay, do your thing. But why ask about how many people live there? Or how many animals you have? And if they're all registered or not. Could it be something beyond them going around looking for information on jab status? And this is something that Ice Age Farmer talked about a good long while ago. About an inventory system for all animals, so that the government can have an exact inventory of how many animals are out there. And, inventory of people, inventory of animals, resources, materials, all that stuff. Complete inventory. Kind of led my mind toward that. Now, when this subscriber and I were talking, we spoke for a good long while, and we bounced ideas off the other, and it kind of led my mind to think beyond jab status, beyond who lives in the household or how many, beyond a complete inventory of what's out there for livestock, or which homesteads or farms have what livestock. They can inventory each individual place. But my thoughts went beyond that a little bit. Maybe, this is what I thought. I thought this is possibly a test run to see who may be problematic. Just putting the feelers out there. Saying, oh, these people were cooperative. This homestead over here, not so cooperative. That farm, you need a warrant to go over there. You know what I mean? Maybe they're getting a consensus as to who's going to be cooperative and who's not going to be. Who's going to be problematic. So that's what I've got for you guys and gals. Day 2, news again. But here it is. So, like I said, I got a call from the subscriber. They're very, very concerned about it. And so I thought I'd do a little report on this for you guys and gals. Now, what I'd like from any of you guys and gals is if you're in Ontario or Canada or anywhere in the States, if you've seen any of this sort of stuff taking place in rural areas, please go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. And if you haven't seen any of this, what do you guys and gals think this is about? Do you think it's about jab status? Do you think it's about census or whoever lives under the roof? Do you think it's about an inventory of livestock? Or do you think there's a little bit more to it? To find out who's going to be problematic. Anyways, guys and gals, that's what I got for you. Please leave your comments down below, and maybe we can get some more information, get a consensus on where this is going on, because this is the first place I've heard of this here in Canada. I might call this breaking news because my source on this is the source, okay? So with that, guys and gals, I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. This is going to be North, out for now.